Alright, welcome back everyone. Here with me I've got Sapphron, StuntCoyote, and MrGuyAverage, and the commentator, MrGuyAverage.
Hello everybody.
Alright, and are you all set up on the title screen, ready to go?
Oh yeah, let me get there.
Yeah, I'm good.
Give me 1 sec.
Alright, and do you want to count it down?
Oh, one second. Alright. Sorry. Alright. Alright, now we're ready.
Alright, awesome, we did it.
Yeah.
We got there. Alright, you want to count it down?
3, 2, 1, go.
Alright, good luck everyone.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Wait, did we go?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't hear the one. I got so confused.
I didn't hear the one either. But everyone's going now, so.
Alright then.
Well, MrGuyAverage just being the nice guy, giving Sapphron and StuntCoyote a little bit of a head start. But yeah, we have a 3-way race in Hyper Metroid 100%. This is a ROM hack of Super Metroid. You know, the game that everybody loves to watch on GDQ final, or the finale, I suppose. Yeah, there's a little bit of an issue with the frame rate with all the streams, really. Hope we can get that fixed. But yeah, it's hard to see, but there's a series space station that you go through, much like the original Super Metroid. And it's really just a retelling of Super Metroid and a similar story. But yeah, the difference between this game and Super Metroid is mostly the map is gigantic, and the physics is supposed to be very smooth. And Samus can jump higher. The speed booster is insane. So you'll see lots of technical movement, I suppose.
Also, it seems my screen on stream is like incredibly small. Oh, cool.
Yes. So, StuntCoyote here has the world record. He got it, what was it, like a week ago?
Yeah, it was
A
like
little more than a week ago?
a couple days ago, yeah. Like 5.
Yeah, so, huge congratulations to StuntCoyote. Beating my old world record by, was it 7 minutes or something ridiculous? Is it 7?
Something like 5, I think.
Yeah, there's still a lot of time.
Yeah, there's been a lot of rerouting to this in the past like few weeks, but
I think Sapphron is was it like a 136?
I think he
1 hour and
actually
36 minutes.
He got a 130 recently, but he hasn't uploaded it yet.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So not. They're just like tied with the old world record, just about.
Yeah.
I haven't seen too much of MrGuyAverage's runs. I don't think he ever uploads them, or maybe they're just on YouTube or something. But I know he's plays a lot of Project Base, which is a very similar game to Hyper Metroid. So you could say it's another fan game or a ROM hack of Super Metroid, but with very fluid movement. So it's a little hard to explain what's going on.
Bomb Chorizo is weak to bombs, so that's a thing.
Yeah, in the original Super Metroid, I don't think you could hurt Bomb Chorizo with bombs. So I think it's a neat throwback to another Super Metroid ROM hack. It is Super Metroid redesign that I guess originally made the Bomb Chorizo weak to bombs. But yeah, this is like, yeah, it's hard to, because like it's well, quite blurry on StuntCoyote stream. We're in a Brinstar, and what we're really trying to do is collect all of the major items, like the charge beams, and we needed to fight. Well, it's just like a really out of the way item, but it's really important for all the bosses, like later in the game. So yeah, they originally intended you to have grapple beam to get the charge beam, but with a good damage boost or backflip, you can get it pretty easily. StuntCoyote using the backflip method is pretty consistent.
You're gonna see a couple big infinite bomb jump sections as well. That happens in this game.
Yeah, bomb jumping in this game is very tedious, and if you just mess up, you know, you're just falling all the way back to the beginning. So, Stunt, what kind of reroutes did you do to this game, or the speedrun?
There is two things that were kind of implemented that save some pretty big time over the old route. One was the addition of early ice, where before, when it was routed, it had ice later in the game. Ice adds a lot of DPS to bosses and saves a very, very big amount of time over the course of the entire run. So getting early ice after you get the gravity suit is one of the bigger ones. Also, in the last route of the game, we fought Fantoon later when you do the second visit to Rex Ship, whereas now we beat Fantoon right after we get power bombs in order to not have to traverse as much of Rex Ship, saving around 35 seconds.
Oh, nice.
So those are the two big ones.
Pretty much changes. Yeah. So for those unfamiliar about Hyper Metroid, like Super Metroid, you need to destroy or fight the 4 main bosses, like Kraid, Ridley, Phantoon, and Dragon, to get to Torian and fight Mother Brain, the final boss. But in this game, they implemented a gate system. So there are 15 switches all across the planet that you have to unlock, and that unlocks the path to Torian, and you can fight Mother Brain. So that's the way our players are going to beat this game, in addition to collecting all 100 items. So it's definitely an interesting experience. It's more like the Metroid Prime games.
Yeah,
How
like
they-
Phazon had something like that too, where you have to get Valkyrie gear. It's one of those like collect-a-thon-y kind of.
Yeah, collect all these items to like fight the last boss or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Metroid Prime did the artifact system. You collect all these artifacts to go to the impact crater. So I feel like a lot of Super Metroid ROM hacks take inspiration from the Metroid Prime games. Oh, coming up on StuntCoyote stream is the bungee jump.
Yes. Ha, got it.
Nice.
That's a really tough strat to get used to.
Yeah, so that's the first major sequence break in the game. Getting super missiles very early. The intended way to get super missiles is, what is it, like after fighting Crocomire? And that's like
Way
pretty close to Lower North here, honestly.
Yeah, it's way later in the game. Yeah, if you're doing it.
It's one of your late game items.
Yep.
But yeah, there's a
Steiner.
neat thing with the moonfall in this game, where if you turn into a morph ball, then unmorph, you suddenly just shoot upwards. It's like the most random thing, but it makes getting super missiles so much easier.
Yeah, definitely.
And before, there was like a bunch of bomb jump setups, but nothing was ever, that consistent.
Yeah, they made
You
things
can
really
see Sapphron doing the old style method. Oh, it's not good. Yeah, but it's also one of those big tricks that you gotta get. Otherwise, you'll just lose a lot of time. Come on, Saffron, you can do it. Yeah, this is like a very strange quirk. If you try to go to the left a little too early, it shoots you to the right. Nice job getting super missiles.
Ooh, I got the one Doom jump. Nice.
Oh, very nice.
That's really
Yeah, so our player's gonna go to Meridia, and you have to go through Meridia suitless, which means it's a bunch of underwater physics that you have to deal with. And apparently gravity suit is down here, which does seem counterintuitive. A lot of players would tend to think that they have gone the wrong way if they go to an underwater section without the gravity suit, so they tend to turn around. But this is where you have to go if you want to get the gravity suit. There's a neat addition to the gravity suit that allows Samus to run even faster. So it's also one of the things that I really enjoy about this game is that the movement is very dynamic. As like you get more upgrades, you know, there's more additions to Samus's movement that you can do. You can see on MrGuyAverage's stream, it's like a very specific spot you gotta have to wall jump on. Alternatively, you can use super missiles to do a rocket jump and give you that tiny boost that you need to get up that ledge. You can see StuntCoyote picking up the ice beam. One of those route changes we were talking about earlier. And ice beam adds a lot of damage, which is definitely very useful for a lot of the boss fights. Because the bosses in this game are, I'd say, fairly difficult. And if you're not careful, you can definitely end up dying. Looks like Sapphron and MrGuyAverage are going to get their gravity suit. They passed the two big hurdles. Meanwhile, StuntCoyote is going to go to Rex ship. Oh. Trying to use all that speed from the gravity suit to make that nice jump, but clip the corner of that.
It's a really tough one.
But yeah, StuntCoyote is going to get the Various suit, which protects Samus from heat damage. So this allows us to go to Norfair. And like unlike the original game, the original, if you had gravity suit, it protected you from heat damage. So there was kind of no point to collecting Various suit. So this game, they modified it so that it was important to collect Various suit. It was a very interesting addition to this game. And it was later used for certain randomizers for Super Metroid. I believe now StuntCoyote is going to go for power bombs, I believe.
Yep.
One of the major roadblocks in this category, 100%, it was Bot Wound. He does like a lot of damage for some reason. So having Ice Beam early makes things like so much better.
I think it's like it's only 11 hits instead of like 21 or 22 or something like that.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's a big time saver as well as just makes the fight a lot safer.
Right, because in this game there's no safe spot. In Super Metroid, there's the left corner that you can just hide out in and, you know, shoot little charge shots. But in this game, there's no place to camp out, so it makes it significantly more difficult. And I remember that was like a real big roadblock for a lot of players trying to do 100% back in the day.
Also, my pup might go sicko mode. I'm just warning you right now.
Frank Rizzi.
Me, stop it.
Yeah, good choice for MrGuyAverage. Going to the ship. I would say that would have been really risky to keep going with like 50 energy. Sapphron collected his various suit. And MrGuyAverage is going to wreck ship. So I feel like StuntCoyote has a massive lead. It's under the wreck ship, collecting power bombs. And making quick work of Botwin apparently.
Yeah, so the change here is if you were to come back here later with Plasma, it would be 2 hits to kill Phantom, but there's a lot of backtracking. If you have Ice, you only need to shoot him 4 times and reduce a lot of backtracking, so it's actually a bit faster.
Right.
Ooh, I got it fast too. He was mighty nice to me.
Yeah, there's not really too much to the Fansuit fight. Mostly because it was designed to be an early game boss. But we have all the strong beam items. So yeah, it's a really short fight. So Fantu is more like a mini boss in this game, honestly, or at least in the speedrun. So I'm guessing you still collect plasma beam, right?
Yep. Yep, it's the same route pretty much till Spring Ball, just grabbing a few more items and grabbing a gate.
Yeah, collecting all the gates along the way.
Yep.
Yeah, I've always wondered if skipping plasma beam would save time, because there's a lot of backtracking you have to go through.
Yeah.
But it's just like too good of an item.
Yeah, because it creates what's called the Ultima Beam, because in this game you can stack your beams, all 5. So it's really, really, really good.
Yeah, the ROM hack creator like he made all these names for all the beam combinations.
Yeah, it's super cool.
Saffron's fighting Botwoon. You can see those like little body parts of Botwoon just like rolling around the sides. So there's really no safe place to camp out. So good fight by Sapphron. I feel like for Plasma Beam is just a really important item to get. Mostly because of Bomb Torizo. Or, I mean, not Bomb Torizo, but Gold Torizo. Another one of those major roadblock bosses. So if anyone's played this game casually, probably know the pains of Golden Torizo.
Yeah, he's terrible.
It looks like it's possible to beat him, but you're gonna have a hard time. Good button fight by MrGuyAverage. Golden sausage. Yeah, I would say Hyper Metroid is one of the best Super Metroid ROM hacks out there. I mean, it's all subjective, but a lot of people say it's really good.
It's probably my favorite. It's just got a lot of like, not only casually is it really fun and it's just a good adventure, but like speedrun wise, it's got some amazing tech and strats in it that just make it a lot of fun to play.
Yeah, I agree. But it's definitely not an easy game. There's lots of challenging things in the way, you know, like that golden chorizo guy.
Ooh,
Oh, no. I saw that moon grab.
that was nice. Even though it like failed, we still got it. What?
Yeah, so moon grab is a relatively new speedrun tech. It uses the moonwalk, and you can, I don't know how you explain it, like completely reverse your momentum.
Yeah, you can turn
like,
around
left to
without
right.
losing momentum essentially after
Yeah.
after grabbing the ground.
So it's very useful for grabbing like those one items like hidden in the corner or something. Yeah, StuntCoyote's in Lower Norfair, and then we got Plasma Beam. We're really here to beat up Ridley and take Speed Booster. Speed Booster is one of those OP items in the game. So I think the ROM hack creator just made Speed Booster a late game item because Speed Booster is just way too powerful. So once we see that, we can see, or hopefully see our players or runners, you know, zoom everywhere. But the level design is, you know, not that friendly. So you have to make the most of the level design. Oh yeah, this, I guess that was also a change from the original Super Metroid, because in this game you don't really spend any energy while using Speed Booster, and it activates twice as fast. And you can spark into slopes, sort of like Metroid Fusion or Metroid Zero Mission, where you can spark and then keep running. And since this game already has fluid movement, it makes the speed boost control that much more challenging.
That was slick.
We're gonna get to see some golden chorizo. I would say probably the most difficult boss fight in the game, because he just does so much damage.
That was a solid fight. Supers in Hundo are really nice. You don't have that in any percent, which is a bummer.
Oh yeah, fun fact, this fight, I think it takes half damage from charge beam for whatever reason. So using super missiles is ideal. See, Sapphron is joining the Lower Norfair party. And MrGuyAverage not too far behind.
Alright, let's see if we can get Hell's Kitchen.
I thought it was Satan's Kitchen.
Oh yeah, Satan's Kitchen. I'm thinking of Gordon Ramsay. Oh jeez. Here we go. This is embarrassing.
But yeah, the room is StuntCoyote's in. Call it Satan's Kitchen.
There we go.
And it's one of the more technical rooms. And it just looks very nice to get through it really quickly. Some ninja pirate action there.
Oh, this room's not treating me well. Not treating me well at all. Okay, whatever.
No, I think it's pretty surprising that you go through this far in the game in Hundo with only like 4 E-tanks. You would think that you would get more E-tanks in a 100% run this early. But they're just not in a convenient place.
Okay, so I've got 90.
We can see StuntCoyote fighting Ridley.
Yep.
He's not too bad with the plasma beam, but I just remember like Andrew's run, or the low percent where you could only have what the pea shooter and charge beam,
Oh,
and it took him like forever to kill Ridley. It was
Yeah. was one of
It was
the most,
definitely a moment.
yeah, one of the most monumental moments in Hyper Metroid ever.
Right. I think it took him like at least a solid week of playing or of fighting Ridley to take him down. But yeah, it's like I got the speed booster, which is unlocked like right after defeating Ridley. And so there are some interesting puzzles this game tries to make you do with the speed booster. But I don't know, when a lot of people are just starting out to play this game like casually, like nobody knew what to do with the speed booster and how to even use it properly to like collect some of the items. But yeah, there's a lot of speed booster related puzzles and a lot of the gate switches to unlock Torian. Those also require speed booster. Yeah, especially this segment right here. Like speed booster blocks in strange places, and also had to be able to use the speed booster effectively to get through the time limit to collect the item.
Let's see if we can get reverse Satan. Oh no. Oh well. That's like the hardest strat in existence.
Yeah, redesign uses a similar system, but it uses like Chozo statues instead. Yeah, was redesign one of the early games that used this sort of system? And then I think a lot of other Super Metroid ROM hacks like took inspiration from redesign.
Yeah, redesign was like the forefront of ROM hacking, basically.
Yeah. Wasn't it before like ROM hacking tools were readily available? I feel like that was the case, but this was like before my time.
I made an oopsie. I went the wrong way for a second. Dang it.
So, yeah, I feel like after a certain point, after fighting Ridley, you're just trying to collect all the items you can. The speed booster just allows you to like go anywhere. So it just becomes more movement heavy. You gotta try to collect the items as fast as you can. Oh, Sapphron's fighting Ridley now. He really did one of those like unfair, like he's gonna look like he's going to pogo, but he like swooped instead. classic Ridley for you. MrGuyAverage also fighting Ridley now. And Sapphron finishes up. Oh yeah, bye Crocomire. Green Crocomire.
Yeah, luckily with Ultimate Beam, Croc goes down pretty fast.
Yeah, I think Crocomire was supposed to be one of the earlier bosses in this game. I think after fighting Crocomire, you're supposed to get the intended super missiles, but we're just fighting him at the very end of the game, honestly. Well, not really, but just very late in the run. So yeah, it's mostly a collectathon at this point. You can see one of those switches that Sapphron unlocked. He has about half of them. So yeah, you had to unlock all 15 gates in addition to collecting all the items. Oh, you can see MrGuyAverage on the one of those speed booster puzzles. What he's trying to do is get a speed booster going as a ball, and then quickly unmorph and try to break those blocks. But that's like, it's very difficult. Man, and I remember this is like definitely one of the most confusing items to get if you try to do a 100% run casually. Oh, there we go. You can see like MrGuyAverage wind up the speed booster, like in that very small amount of space. It's definitely a very complicated item, but it does feel a little too good once you got a good control over it. Okay, don't forget to unlock the gates. We can see the Crocomire fight on Saffron's screen. Just look at him, and he'll die.
Oops.
There's not really a whole lot to say.
Yeah.
Because you're really just using Speed Booster like to fly over the place and collect all the items. And everyone's like in a different spot. Yeah, just collecting items and activating gates. This is a 100% run, so the idea is to do a speed run and collect all the items. And technically it's not a 100% run if you're not collecting all the items. Otherwise this would be more of an any percent run. Oh, I see what you try to do there, Sapphron. That's a pretty neat strat. Shooting missiles up and then using a speed booster to fly up. Hopefully the missiles will break the blocks up ahead. Oh, there's another one. Goodbye, Crocomire. It was nice knowing you. Oh, we get a rare opportunity to see Crocomire die. Usually, players tend to not look at Crocomire while he's swimming in the acid. Mostly just to reduce lag. And lag frames take extra time. So, you can save some time by pretty much doing nothing. Or just not looking at Crocomire's gruesome death. So pretty soon we're gonna see Kraid on StuntCoyote's stream. I think he was designed to be a late game boss.
Yeah, later, I think.
But there was a task released some time ago where they went to Kraid first, I believe, and I just think the idea to go to Kraid without all the items is pretty insane. Also, Kraid has a ton of health, so what StuntCoyote did was about as fast as you can kill Kraid in this game. And behind Kraid was Space Jump, which it was modified from the original so that you can jump from any height So it's definitely more of a convenience thing than anything. Because in the original Super Metroid, space jump just stops working after you fall a certain height. And that was a really frustrating thing for a lot of players. Yeah, generally all the bosses are required because behind the bosses they have gates behind them, so might as well kill all the bosses.
No, there's no magnet to these. They're originally for nose passes and magnetons.
Sorry, guys.
Awesome, that's easy.
Is that Pokemon Go?
Yeah, my dad's calling.
No problem.
Meme of the
Good.
night.
Marshall's doing a charity marathon for somebody right now, so I just don't know why he didn't answer. And I'm playing Monopoly on the computer, so I'm living my best life. Alright, thanks, Rob. Bye.
Okay.
That was funny. I don't think he was thinking I was looking at this.
That's fine. Okay, so now we're doing a little bit of criteria revisit here. Just to grab more items. Ooh, I got the grab on that? No way. That was nice.
Oh, what? You got that?
That was really good.
That was pretty sick. The backflip tutorial missiles.
Oh yeah, that's funny. There's like a legitimate backflip tutorial in this. So,
Yeah, it tells you to like crouch down and press like whatever your key configurations are to do a backflip.
That's really neat. Really cool concept.
Backflip is one of those new abilities in this ROM hack. It's more like an artificial D-boost where you can do the damage boost animation, and it's just like a very, I guess, unique movement tool. Although you don't need it for any part of the game, really.
No.
It's just there to be there.
Essentially.
But yeah, I think in general for game design, the more options the better. And then you can let the player decide on what's the best thing to do. Or if you can even find any neat glitches. Like, you can backflip underneath crumble blocks, and they will break for whatever reason.
I think it's because there's a frame of stand animation in the backflip, which makes the block think that you're actually standing on it. It's really weird.
How is that what it is?
Yeah, that's what I think. Or quote told me that. It blew my mind. I was like, that makes perfect sense.
Hey, yeah, it does.
Based quote.
Yeah, Quote is the, I would say the programmer for Project Base, or like the physics that Hyper Metroid is using.
He did like a ton of assembly for these hacks.
Yeah, he did a really good job.
Just wanted to say those were some nice Kojaks.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Kojaks are when you use a super missile and you completely miss.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're so used to that term in the Super Metroid community. I get the feeling it's more of a I want to be the guy community uh, we're streaming with, I suppose. Or I don't know what the word would be. Yeah, so I caught a lot of the I want to be the guy runs. Yeah, Kojak is a guy that, or he's a speedrunner that frequently misses super missiles, and so it just became a term that you Kojak something, it means you miss a super missile. I really like this moss maze.
Yeah,
It's a lot of fun when you get lost.
it's the best.
Oh, I saw that damage boost, guy average. So yeah, guy average is on his way to fight Kraid. I believe StuntCoyote is on his way to fight Dragon as well.
Yeah, I gotta do some
There's
wreck ship cleanup and then.
yeah.
There we go, that's wreck ship.
Yeah, one more gate remaining for StuntCoyote. Oh, very nice crate fight. So yeah, all of our runners are kind of in a different spot. StuntCoyote's taking the lead, and I believe Sapphron's in second, and GuyAverage is in third. There's lots of subtle things about the movement, and just knowing the map in general. Like, really saves a lot of time, but it's like a little bit of time in a bunch of different areas. So, I think StuntCoyote's been on the grind for that world record, and it really shows. Anything you want to talk about?
Basically, we're at the point where we're doing a massive Upper Meridia cleanup. So there's rooms we couldn't really access before because we didn't have either spring ball or space jump, mostly space jump and gravity combined, but it's a lot of just collecting loose ends on this side of Meridia, and then we're heading to Dragon. So
Yeah, there's lots of items that they have their own individual rooms, and you have to go and track all of them since we're collecting all the items.
yep.
And it's really helpful to have space jump or speed booster just to make collecting items a lot easier. So I guess it explains like why early on in the run you didn't have too many energy tanks or missiles, because all the items have their own separate room or puzzle. So it's pretty rare to see a couple items in one room together.
This is actually above the plasma room right here. We're revisiting to grab this, but gate 15 still closed. That's why we can't get to that earlier.
In my first run of Hundo, I forgot that reserve tank was a thing behind the gate.
Oh, the gate above the ship.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's you can definitely miss a lot of items in here.
It's pretty sneaky.
Ah!
But yeah, gate number 15 is Dragon's Gate. Big shrimp boss. And it's generally reserved, the boss is generally reserved for, the last boss. Because it's like a little mini Toho going on down here. The electrical balls like homing in on Samus. On top of that, you gotta fight a boss. So yeah, ideally you want to wait for a goop phase where Dragon spits out all this little goop things at Samus. And you can use all your ammo and use your charge beam.
Nice.
Wait, did you? Okay, I was getting scared for you for a second there. Yeah, there's a glitch where if you kill Dragon off screen, the boss dies, and I don't know how long it takes, like several hours before Dragon comes to like the screen and properly dies, so it unlocks the door for you.
Yeah, I think it's something about like she wraps around the entire map like 4 times or something. It's like insane.
Yeah, something ridiculous.
Yeah.
So you don't want to kill Dragon too far off screen. Oh, 19 minutes. Oh, that's not too bad. I just knew it was a ridiculous amount of time. I guess 19 minutes might as well be an hour in the speedrun time.
Yeah.
Or especially in a race setting. Only off the left side. Yeah, one of the really very cool things about Super Metroid is that there are lots of glitches. Not to say that's a glitchy game, or not that glitchy, but it does make for some very interesting speedruns. Hyper Metroid's a pretty good game. Should definitely check it out. You can find Hyper Metroid and other Super Metroid ROM hacks on this website, MetroidConstruction.com.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's all the patches on there. You'll have to find Super Metroid ROM in you know, some creative way.
I'd recommend
And-
trying Project Base first, though. Get used to the physics.
Yeah, there's I think Project Base is more like the vanilla game of Super Metroid, but you know, slightly modified, or well, it's still familiar. I'll put it that way. To the
It's pretty much
original.
main change is the mechanics. Same mechanics in Hyper.
Yeah. But there's all sorts of hacks, like Christmas hacks. There's like some really funny Shack Tool ROM hacks. And full ROM hacks like Hyper Metroid. We get a sort of full adventure as you would get like in a Metroid game. And you could also get an emulator. SNES 9X is pretty nice. If anyone is interested in getting started. Yeah, I highly recommend trying out some of the ROM hacks. Oh, definitely. You should try the Shack Tool ROM hacks. Those are a lot of fun. Shack Tool is this trolley robot in Super Metroid. You always have to wait for him to finish digging. There's this one specific person who really likes Shack Tool. So there's plenty of silly things. Okay, that was really funny. On MrGuyAverage's screen, the turtle got stuck for some reason. I have never seen that before. Oh yeah, I did create the project-based item randomizer. You know, if you want to check that out. I also did one for Hyper Metroid as well. Hyper Metroid item randomizer. But don't play the Z Factor item randomizer. Pretty terrible. Even though I made it. No, Sapphron finishing up the Dragon fight. So yeah, technically after fighting Dragon in this route, you can go fight... or you can go to Torian. Fight Mother Brain, but you still have to collect all the items. You know, I've never tried any of the Metroid Zero Mission ROM hacks. I don't know if there's Metroid Fusion ROM hacks too. I could have sworn I've seen one once. So maybe there's been some development with Metroid Fusion ROM hacks. I believe you can also find those on the Metroid Construction website. Anyone's interested in those. Yeah, I believe StuntCoyote's getting fairly close to collecting all the items. Oh, I feel silly for not explaining this earlier, but yeah, there's a ammo system going on,
Oh yeah.
and you can see 80 out of 495, or 85 out of 495. So, using ammunition is more unified in that using one missile consumes 1 ammo, using a super missile consumes 10 ammo, and power bombs consume 20.
Yep.
So yeah, that's definitely a unique thing that Hyper Metroid is doing. And the original Super Metroid, they have individual ammunition for each missile, super missiles, and power bombs. So they have all their own pools of ammunition, where this one, in this game, they all share from a single source. So, StuntCoyote is in Torian. He confirmed he has 100% items. And pause screen, which you might have briefly saw, it shows the item collection that he has.
Yeah, we got one more item to pick up in this game.
Oh, correct. There's a screw attack, which is after the Baby Metroid sequence. So yeah, we'll see that after a while. After we're done hunting Metroids. A neat addition to this game was the red Metroids, which take 3 super missiles to kill as opposed to 1. Let's see, MrGuyAverage is starting the Dragon fight. And Sapphron is cleaning up the Norfair section of items. So yeah, for Torian, you need to kill all the enemies in order to progress to the next room. So yeah, the regular green Metroids, the red Metroids. The Zepatites, they also count as an enemy, those little green barriers. So if you found a creative way to get past the Zepatites, you still could not go through the door until all the enemies were killed. I don't think Rinkas really count as an enemy though. There it is, the last item in the game. Screw attack.
It also makes your forward momentum when you jump a lot faster.
Yeah, it gives you a little boost.
Yeah.
Use the screw attack, which I think is a little bit of a throwback to another ROM hack, Super Metroid redesign, which did the same thing except be more ridiculous about it. Give you a ton of forward boost. So yeah, it's very neat to see that a lot of items just change the way Samus moves. And is one of my favorite parts about Super Metroid in general. Is that the movement becomes very dynamic over the course of the run. It's sort of something I don't really see too much from other Metroid games. In general, like Samus's movement in like Metroid 1 or 2, or I suppose even Metroid Fusion and Zero Mission are relatively the same. Whereas in Super Metroid it always changes, or it changes more frequently. Looks like Sapphron is making his way down Torian. Looks like he has all the items, excluding Screw Attack. Yes. Final item check, 99%. StuntCoyote finishing up Mother Brain.
PogChamp, I got it.
What did you just do?
I
think Matt knows.
Or like MrGuyAverage's stream, like, or his game was going all glitchy.
Oh.
Scroll glitch. Going through that room.
Oh, did you use a speed booster?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was trying to find a consistent setup yesterday, and it looks like it worked out.
Yeah, we got a very glitchy screen going on. So after fighting Mother Brain, you got a 10-minute escape sequence. I think it's more like, it takes like 5 minutes for speedrun or something. But it's still very long. It's one of the longer escape sequences in Super Metroid ROM hacks. And you're pretty much traveling around the world, trying to escape the planet. So yeah, the whole point of the escape is that the planet's just going to explode. So you need to get to your ship and hightail it out of there. Wow, MrGuyAverage. I don't know how you play like that. Everything is not as it seems because of the glitch you did earlier. Sapphron showing us that there is a big Metroid in this game. Which we normally skip it, just like going or entering and exiting the door on the right. So it's like there's not even a baby Metroid in this game. Sapphron is in Mother Brain's room. Normally you would have to kill the Zebatites in order to pass, but he did a little glitch with the screw attack and clipped through the Zebatites. So if you skip through one, the rest don't load, so you don't have to spend any time trying to pass those as well. So Sapphron is damaging himself because there's a scripted attack that does 300 damage in a general setting. And we want to be around or a little or somewhat over 300 energy. Because after the scripted attack, if there's more health that Samus has, then Mother Brain will spend extra time throwing extra attacks to get Samus's energy lower. So we can just do Mother Brain's work for her, just to save a little bit of time. This game also has the animals, which is behind Bomb Teresa's room. But StuntCoyote left them behind. I think Saffron's an animal saver, so you may be able to see some animal saving action on his stream. Does the task save animals? Honestly, I don't remember. StuntCoyote's in the final stretch. There's only a few rooms to go. Gee, it looks like he's like closing in on the world record on this run.
Yep, that's world record.
Oh wow. 1 hour, 24 minutes and 33 seconds?
Yeah. I split.
Nice, dude. Congrats.
Thanks.
About
Dang, dude.
over 10 seconds of world record. On a marathon setting, that's pretty dang good. Yeah. Good game to StuntCoyote for getting world record and finishing first place in this race.
Thank you, thank you. Ooh. Thank you for the GGs, guys.
Yeah, got world record in a marathon setting. It's pretty wild. So, how'd you feel about your run? Your new world record run?
It was really good. There were some spots that were kind of lackluster. I missed stand-up, so that's like 25 seconds.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, which is incredible. So this run was like, I'm really, really happy with it, considering I missed stand-up, which I think in Hundo is, yeah, like around 25 seconds. So had I got that, it would have been like a low 124. And
that's pretty impressive. Missing stand-up, but you get world record anyway.
Yeah, it was, I don't know, my Norfair section after Ridley was, I was really happy with that. I'd say overall it was pretty good, but there's definitely some things that I messed up on. Obviously stand-up's one of those things.
Yeah, there's always a little something to improve upon.
Definitely. Oh, now that I'm getting a chance to look at MrGuyAverage's stream, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah, he did a glitch where he broke the scrolls. And so he's getting like doors in random spots. Yeah, it's hard to tell what's going on.
That's crazy.
Like, you shoot the doors, but it looks like they don't open.
Right, they look all closed. He's doing it, man.
Yeah, how do you play like that?
Doors are suggestions, yeah. They're just a roadmap. We got Sapphron making his way out of escape now.
Yeah, the 100% items.
124.33. Dang, dude. I'm really happy with that.
Yeah, that was a very good run.
Thank you.
Definitely saw a lot of slick movement in Norfair.
We got Satan's Kitchen. That's the important part. Oh man.
So with this glitch, is the glasses jar gonna stay there?
Oh wow, that's insane. That's super funny.
Oh, is Sapphron an animal saver? Will he save the animals? Do it for the people?
The peeps. Saffron's the king of saving the animals.
Yay!
Saffron has to do it. Becca.
Backflipping into the door.
I was gonna say he has to do it. Becca said he has to do it. He did it. Saffron's a kind soul.
Pure spirit.
A pure spirit.
Yeah, Sapphron saved the animals. Did it in style with a little bit of backflipping. I'm totally digging this glitch
That's really funny.
Guy Average is doing.
The little blue light up in the upper right hand corner. That's goofy. That's awesome.
Oh, Mr. Guy Average also did the stand-up glitch.
With the messed up
The,
background. That's awesome.
Did the old-fashioned stand-up glitch where you take the rainbow beam with like a certain amount of damage, and then you damage yourself again, and then you get stand up that way.
That's great. Yeah, the stand-up glitch it's kind of a time saver in any percent, but for 100%, you definitely want to hit that, because the more health that you have to regenerate, the longer you're sitting, and then you have to like fight Mother Brain after the cutscene anyway, so it's just a ton faster to get it.
Yeah, normally in that cutscene, you're forced to like sit down and watch the cutscene happen. But with the stand-up glitch, you can, stand up and walk around during the cutscene. So nice to see that happen. See Saffron dancing on the ship a little bit.
132.06 from Sapphron.
Good game, Saffron.
GG, dude.
Getting second place in our race. Yeah, 132 is like a really good time. Or that's what I would say, because world record used to be like an hour 30. But now you up the standards so much. But yeah, Saffron, the people's champ for saving the animals.
Nice.
Good job lowering some of the best. Yeah, those broken doors on MrGuyAverage screen, it's a little messed up.
Yeah, that scroll glitch, I don't think you can fix it until you hard reset the game, I think.
Right.
Yeah.
Or you can soft reset or die.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, he broke the scrolls, so the game doesn't move the screen properly.
Yeah.
It's hard to explain, but visually it messes everything up, and everything just looks weird. So you'll see doors popping up in the middle of nowhere, and doors not opening or closing. And you'll see things that shouldn't be there.
Escape, like Torian and Escape, are both very lag reducing strat heavy, if that makes sense. Oh man.
Yeah, there's just like a lot of lag in the Torian section.
Yeah, for sure.
So to save more time, you want to, have less lag going on. So you would shoot your gun less times, or in certain spots. Yeah, this escape sequence is very long, And you have to travel around the world if you want to get off this planet. As if you didn't do that already. Yeah, we have a little Metroid blog going on with Toho in the middle of it. But yeah, TAS is tool assisted speedrun. So there's some kind of machine, playing the game.
Who did the test?
I think it's Sir Clips.
Mm.
Yeah, he did it for Project Base.
Is that the NG Plus?
I'm not sure what it is, but I'm sure it'd be very good.
Mm-hmm. Oh, nice. NG Plus. Okay, cool. That's a really, really cool task.
Yeah, the task just means that all the actions are scripted, or the button inputs are scripted, and so it's like a machine playing the game. But a person has to write in all the inputs, and having knowledge of the game is very important too. So yeah, we will see the tasks. What is it? After AM2R, another Metroid 2 remake, which says it's a task / RTA showcase. So I might get 2 sets of tasks going on. Yeah, AM2R is a fan game for Metroid 2, originally on the Game Boy. So, be pretty excited to see that. I don't know if Druid Force made the task. I mean, I guess he did. Or I imagine he would. But he's put a lot of work into that game.
Yo, Ed Tags. My boy.
Oh, TAS versus RTA. 15-minute head start. Okay, I gotcha.
I think he's gonna PB, even with this glitch going on. 'Cause I think his PB was like a 140 something. Yeah, this is for sure a PB. 144. Wow,
144.
Nice.
Nice. That's a pretty big PB.
Actually, I PB'd yesterday, so I have a 138 now.
Oh,
Yeah, it's all good.
Dude, don't tell us that.
Oh yeah, no, guys.
No, he
this is-
PB'd.
Dude, that's like a mega PB, sub 140.
that's a huge PB.
Dude, that's like huge. Congrats.
That's huge.
So congrats to MrGuyAverage. 3rd place. He's the MVP with our cool scroll glitch.
Doing that in every run from now on.
Yeah, that was definitely very entertaining to watch.
We got to see a world record and a glitch exhibition.
Yeah.
Can't beat it. Can't beat it.
So congratulations to all our runners for beating this game with 100%. Definitely not an easy game to speedrun.
I learned the speedrun like last week, so yeah.
Oh wow, last week.
Yeah, Guy Average just picked this game up, so like that's a really good time for just learning the game.
Yeah, in 1 week.
Yeah.
That is pretty good.
Yeah, we're 19 minutes under estimate, so heck yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, y'all are speedrunners.
Speed run.
So yeah, I think up next we got Toho, and then more Metroid action in like 30 minutes. Another Metroid 2 remake and Project Base. So definitely want to stay tuned for that. So yeah, definitely check out MetroidConstruction.com. You want to try out some of the Metroid ROM hacks. Super Metroid, I think Metroid 1 is ROM hacks as well. Metroid Fusion and Zero Mission.
Mm-hmm.
So all sorts of Metroid ROM hacks on there.
And
So-
as far as Hyper Metroid goes, if this run tickled your fancy a little bit and you might want to look into speedrunning Hyper, Galamaz and myself both have tutorials on speedrun.com for any percent and 100% as well. So
Oh yeah, was it speedrun.com/hypermetroid?
Yep.
I think you could get the game there too.
yeah, I think there's a link to the site as well.
Yeah. And there's also Project Base Discord. If anyone is interested in speedrunning this game or Project Base.
Please speedrun Project Base. I'm lonely.
It's a good game.
Yeah, they're definitely a lot of fun to speedrun. So if anyone's interested, definitely check it out.
100.
Nice. So we all got hundo. Good stuff.
Yeah,
Valid.
nice work. Yeah, with that fat PB at the end.
That fat PB.
Yes, any closing words?
Yeah, so good job to Sapphron and MGA.
Yeah, GG on the world record.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, I did not expect that at all, but that was pretty cool.
It's that marathon look.
Yeah, definitely.
Exactly. getting the glitch exhibition.
I appreciate that one. It was great for everyone to watch. All right, well, thank you guys for the run. That was super entertaining.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thank you
thanks
for
for having
the
us.
opportunity.
And if you would like to in the future, for next year or future Fangame Marathon events, you are absolutely free to come back.
Perfect. Sounds great.
All right, well, we are going to transition it over and get ready for the next run in the variety block.
Awesome.
All right, thank you.
Yep.
You guys have a good one.
You too.
Thanks for having us.